Attitude Broadcasting presents BSS Carolina with your host, Rocky. JPP, not only are you a giant, but you're a dummy giant.
Giant dummy.
You'll be in the same unemployment line as Steve Clifford. New job, Release Roberts. Linsanity's a hornet. We call us hockey experts. Easy.
You know who the next Jordan is? LeBron. It's not his fault. It's just because I like playing devil's advocate. Never again. Hall of Famer. Tannehill. Game over. Don't worry. I'll wait. We've all said it. None of us are hockey experts. I guess we are. We're beating hockey experts.
And big shots.
PJ Harrison. Rudy Gobert. JPP. What a dingling. Linssanity. I said better. I didn't say good. Roy Hibbert. What a dingling. If Duncan gets the 7 rings, not his fault. With Jordan, you got plenty of money. Get you a driver. Bump that. Side pieces. Side pieces. Ronda Rousey.
You can listen to the show on Stitcher, Spreaker, iTunes, and iHeartRadio. And follow us on Twitter at BSS Carolina. Welcome to BSS Carolinas on a beautiful Thursday afternoon in Charlotte, North Carolina. Of course, I am Rocky. Joining me today once again is beautiful Big Shot Bob.
What's happening, Rock?
What's going on, man of steel?
Chilling, man. Enjoying my Pepsi Cola, the cola of the Carolinas. Woo.
I hear you. And I'm enjoying my Bojangles, the sweet Cajun food of North Carolina.
It's bow time.
And we do proudly accept sponsors. We do have a sponsor, Attitude Broadcasting.
Get your attitude back in your broadcasting with the Attitude Broadcasting Company. It's the Attitude Era, baby. The new
right.
ABC.
Absolutely. And we, on yesterday's show, we were talking about the Eastern Conference and LeBron James and all the foolishness that is the Toronto Raptors. No, I'm just kidding. Some of it is Dwayne Casey, too. I'm not sold on Dwayne. I don't know. I guess the league is a star league, so it matters more about what players you got on the court than who you got coaching.
Mm-hmm. Definitely does.
To me, sometimes when you're not, you got to be able to change your system and not have the system overrule the players. And I don't know if, I'm not sure Casey's system is overruling Lowry and DeRozan because, I don't know. We'll figure that out. We'll talk about it. Let's get our enemy of the week.
You don't want to make an enemy out of me. And I'm looking right into the camera. And I'm going to say it again. You don't want to make an enemy out of me.
You got an enemy this week?
Draymond Green. For his foolishness over the past couple of games, man, the low blow, the intentional low blow, for me it was intentional. And just playing like a bum, an absolute bum. You're costing your team right now, and the referees aren't giving the Warriors any benefit of the doubt because Draymond Green has a target on his back for being a goon. He's a goonie now. And since he's a goonie, the rest of the team got to be goonies too. So let's not give the Warriors any calls, even though there might be a foul happening right there. You know what? They got that goon bot right there. So we're not going to give you a call.
Championship teams get the calls. Now, I've seen Golden State get caught. Every team in the NBA complains about not getting calls after a game. Every single team. It happens. And I get it. It's part of the NBA. The kick of Draymond Green, I was watching it more again, and actually they show clips of where he does do that all the time, that when he goes up, he fails that leg up. Most of the time he shoots when he goes up for a layup or anything else. So I get that, but saying that, I agree with Bomani Jones the other day. It still doesn't make it right, or just because he does it Do we want to let him keep doing it? No, he shouldn't. I mean, because we can't. Yeah, I think he should have been suspended. At least a game. I mean, because he was basically game 4 anyway. He wasn't there. He wasn't there in game 4. If you watch him play last game 3 and game 4, he's not been around. I don't know what's going on with him, but he looks like a man that has no confidence in any of his game.
I don't know what's going on with him. Steven Adams and his mustache have gotten in his head or something. Or Draymond's in his own way. Get out of your own way, donkey.
Well, now that you said donkey, I wanted to ask you. That was one of my questions I was going to ask. We remember what Steven Adams said after game 2. It was game 2, I think. He said, chasing the monkey, around. We know, I'm not saying it's okay to say any of that. I'm not. But has that affected Draymond Green somewhat? Because ever since then, he kicked him in the groin twice now, I think, in the playoffs. Mm-hmm. They've showed it. The first time they didn't say anything to him, but this time.
I think all the negative reaction from his play all of a sudden is coming to light, and he's taking that the wrong way. Draymond's always been credited with his heart, his hustle, getting after it on the defensive end, being a great playmaker, and then he's had a lot of turnovers. The last 2 games, 10 turnovers. He's only shot 2 for 16 in the last 2 games. So I think the negative light that's being shined on him and him not playing well, it's all just having an effect on him, and he's taking it personally. Athlete psyche is so fragile. Your confidence can be shattered in an instant. And 90% of this game is mental. And you have a slight fraction of your confidence and you get thrown off your game slightly. It takes a big toll, and it shows on the court. Absolutely shows on the court. And that's what Draymond is going through right now.
All right. No, that makes
and plus
sense.
The fact that the MVP is
not
MIA.
Well. Right. Basically the whole team's MIA. Your 2 leaders, your 2 stars have to show up. 3 stars.
Yeah, Donkey from Shrek is my enemy of the week. Get it together.
For me, it's Kevin Love. Even before last night, this $113 million man has not shown up.
What was that number again? He's getting paid over 5 years?
13.
113. Damn.
And you didn't play in the fourth quarter of games 3 and 4 because how bad you were playing. Don't say it because of an injury. It may have been some of it, but you didn't want. It
was his injured play.
The reason you didn't come back in game 4 and admit it is because Bismack Biyombo was still blocking your shot. You were still recovering from that blocked shot that he had on you.
Yeah, that was
because that was beautiful.
Nasty.
That was nasty. But Kevin Love, man,
Will the real Kevin Love please stand up?
Could he stay in Minnesota? I don't know if it's the light or you talking about people under pressure.
It's a lot of pressure on Kevin Love to play well, to help LeBron bring a championship to Cleveland, especially since he got his max deal.
Look, why you got any pressure? You got a max deal. You playing with the greatest player on the planet. Stephen Curry, other people, whatever. LeBron James is the best player on the planet. There's your LeBron hater right there, what I just said. You're playing the best player on the planet. You're playing one of the best point guards in the planet. And you're playing in Cleveland, who hasn't won anything in 100 years. Or 1,000 years, it seems like. Whatever.
They have to deal with the Browns every year.
Yeah, but what pressure do you got?
It's self-pressure, man. It was different when he was in Minnesota. Nobody expected crap from Minnesota, so he can go out and put up 25 and 18 rebounds and miss the playoffs. But, Kevin Love's a stud. He's got all these great numbers. he comes to a situation where the only goal is the championship. You don't win the ring, it's a bust season. It's a total loss season. And he's trying to deal with it. We know what happened last year. He didn't get the play because Kelly Olynyk ripped his shoulder out his arm. And this is going to be the first time he's helped his team get to the finals. I'm really interested to see how he handles the pressure of the finals.
He needs to go out and just have fun. Just go out and have fun. What happens, happens on the court.
It's a lot
Stop
easier
thinking
said
about
than
it.
done, man.
I get it, but dude, you watch him play, and it's just like, all right, kind of like Draymond Green, bad decisions at the wrong time. You know, do I shoot a three? He'll be wide open
And we'll pass the ball.
and pass.
It's like, don't pass to Tristan Thompson. Don't pass to somebody else. They passed it to you to shoot it. You shoot it. You're wide open. I don't care if you're 2 for 12. You got a wide open shot, $113 million. Shoot the ball, please.
But and it's frustrating watching him because you know how good of a player this guy really is. Chris Bosh was fine with this role in Miami. I mean, they still lost 2 times in the finals, but, you know.
They went back to back.
They still lost twice in the finals with the all-star team they had. But, yeah, anyway, Kevin Love, I hope you get it together, especially if, you know, look like you have, you keep it going. Let's talk about the Western Conference. The Thunder lead the Warriors 3-1. First and foremost is Curry hurt.
If you're on the court, you're not hurt. I don't want to hear that. Steve Kerr said it best at his presser. If he was hurt, he would not be playing. Is he 100%? Probably not. Is any player
No.
Is any NBA player at this point of the season 100%? The answer is no. All of them are dealing with some kind of nagging injury. Something is hurting on their bodies. But you got to suck it up as a professional, and you got to pull through, especially the MVP, especially the guy that averaged 30 points a game in the regular season, and the guy that had the highest player efficiency rating ever at 31.56. This guy has to be better. And in Game 4, it's like he got in his own head. He was passing on wide open shots that he would usually shoot. And I think him missing all those threes the other night affected him too, because he was 2 for 10 from the 3-point line, 6 for 20 overall in Game 4.
He was 2 of 10, from 3-point. He actually missed 2 free throws, and he missed a wide open layup.
And let's not forget to mention the 6 turnovers, a minus 19 for the MVP, but it's not as bad as his teammate Draymond Green, who was a minus 30 on the floor, 1 for 7. Come on, donkey.
It was so frustrating. What in the game, it was 118-94. The first time all season the Warriors have lost 2 in a row. Bad time for that to happen.
And it hasn't been competitive. Yes, Klay Thompson got hot in the third quarter and they cut it to 6. But you just felt like they weren't going to get over that hump. And Steph could not locate his shot. I don't know if it's coaching or if it's just the players or if it's a combination of both, but Oklahoma City has been putting it on the Warriors. Not to say that the Warriors can't go and win Game 5, force Game 6, and go and win Game 6, and then make it Game 7 and anything can happen in Game 7. But right now it just looks like the Thunder have their number.
It does. It does, absolutely. The biggest thing to me that looked like during the game, and I text you and everything during the game, they were all over Steph. He'd come off the screen, body, 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 body. He'd get inbound pass, body. He took a big telling one was when going into halftime after Russell made that 3 to make it after Steph made a 3. Russell came right back and made a 3. Mm-hmm. Then they inbounded back to Steph with 2.9 seconds left, and he threw up a half-court shot. Russell's coming at him. That is how you got to play Steph. From the start to the end, somebody better be near him at all times.
And Andre,
don't give him a wide-open shot.
And let's give some love to my 18th cousin, Andre Robertson. He is all over Steph Curry, hands up. He's a long, tall defender. He's, 6'5", 6'6". Yep. And then him scoring 17 points, damn near matching the output of the MVP and 12 rebounds. Now, we know role players play better at home, so we'll see what they have for Game 5. But okay, City, man, and then Russell Westbrook was the good Russell in Game 4. We talked about it on the Rule of 3 that if the good Russell showed up, OK City was going to be tough to contend with, and the good Russell definitely showed up. 36 points, 11 dimes, 11 bounds, dropping dimes. Mr. Triple-Double himself.
Yeah, I mean, he showed up, man. They have to really – they've got to keep it going. I mean, but the defense has been so great. Just like Kevin Durant. There was one point he had a turnover. Then they threw a pass back to the other way because somebody was at the other end. He jumped up, knocked the ball down. And everybody's like, holy cow. I mean, he is playing great defense. Not just that, his leadership on the floor. Yeah. You mess up, where's he at? He's in your face.
And the fact that he doesn't have to defend anybody because, let's be honest, Harrison Barnes, Andre Iguodala, they're solid players, but they're not high on your radar list of, we got to make sure we don't let this guy get any touches.
Why are these guys not shooting more? All right, if Steph's not having a good shooting game, which doesn't happen a lot, or Clay is not having, they have to get Harrison Barnes going. He has 6 shots.
He was 4-6.
He's 4-6.
He was pretty good.
Why not get him the ball more? He scored 11 points. He should have had at least 10 to 12 shots in this game.
I am not sure. I don't know what's going on with the Warriors. Their bench that was so dominant for them all season, Livingston, Iguodala, Barbosa, Ezeli, Mo Spates, Mo Buckets, none of them have showed up for this series.
I got to say, they're
and Barnes is playing for a contract.
They're not working the ball around like they were in this regular season. You watch the games, it feels like, all right, Clay and Steph, forget everybody else. It's like one-on-one shoot. We make it, we'll make it.
And let's not forget, we got to get Draymond Green, probably the worst shooter on the floor at some times. We got to get him a ton of shots, too. Why?
He had more shots than Barnes, right?
He's had more shots than Barnes every game. In Game 1, which they lost, he had 20 field goal attempts. Why is Draymond Green shooting the ball this much?
If he's on shoot, he should be at the basket. Every once in a while, I can see him firing up a three, but not that much. And then I got to call out, I think the deal with Billy Donovan fouling
Ezeli
is huge.
That was brilliant.
Because you get him off the court, and he's one of the big guys. Then you bring in Mo Spates, who's horrible at defense.
And he's undersized, too.
Right. And you have a field day. And I think that's been huge. Now, if your 18th cousin can make some free throws.
Man.
I'm just saying, he was 2 of 8 from the free throw line.
I tried to give him a call, man. I told him to bend his knees, keep the elbow in, snap the wrist.
Tell him to do granny.
I don't know why NBA players don't shoot the Rick Barry. Just do it, man.
That's right.
Who cares? Ain't nobody gonna say nothing. We might clown you a little bit, but you're making tons of money and you'll be shooting a high percentage. Throw it up there.
But they have to get these other guys. To me, Steve Kerr's getting out-coached by Billy.
He is.
Right now in the Western Finals.
Bill Donovan is doing an absolute outstanding job. He's mucking the game up. He's not – every time he feels like Golden State's pace is picking up too much for his liking, he will take an immediate timeout and remind his team, don't get in this transition game. We don't want to run with this team. Slow it down. Let's keep it mucked up like we're doing.
So saying all that, Game 5, What are 3 things the Thunder need to do to win Game 5?
The superstars have to show up and be huge. They have to limit turnovers. And they need an extra hand. They need contributions from Ibaka, Robertson, Adams, Cantor, Waiters. They need contributions from those guys as well if they want to win Game 5 on the road. And that's a big if. Hopefully they won't come out complacent thinking, oh, we got Game 6 on our home court in our back pocket, because the Clippers did that last year, and we saw what happened to the Clippers. The Rockets came back and won in 7 games. So you don't want that to happen to you. You don't want to be clowned. You better come out like Game 5 is Game 7 and try to win this game.
They have to keep that defensive pressure intensity up in this game. Do not let Steph get going. That he is be in Draymond Green's head. Let Clay have his. But the other 2, you need to the same defensive intensity the whole game. Because there will be more pressure on you to win Game 6 than it will be the Warriors. That's the reason I'm saying when you got the champs on the ropes, you better knock them out.
Knock them out. Hit them with a body blow. Put them down.
I mean, they look dead in the water. They look like they're done. You better finish them. Because if they go back to Game 6 Oklahoma City and the Warriors win by more than 10, the Warriors will win Game 6.
If Thompson and Curry find their shot, man, watch out.
That's what I'm saying.
Watch out.
And they're 2 guys that can find their shots very easily. And you letting them get into a rhythm, and they were rhythm shooters because, look, all season they've been in rhythm all year. Do not let them get hot this game.
And Steph, come on, dog. 17 turnovers in these 4 games. You're shooting 37% from the three-point line. You're only averaging 24. You averaged 30 during the regular season. You shot 45% from the three-point line. You're only shooting 41% from the field. Come on. They need you.
The Thunder has 6 players in double figures. They have to keep that up. That's number 2. And number 3, if they get on a run, if the Warriors start getting on a run, foul Exili. Put him on the line. Stop the run.
Foul Festus.
Foul him. Put him on the line. Put Bogut on the line.
Right.
Put one of the big – slow it down.
Put Iguodala on the line.
Hey, I don't like hack a foul thing, but do it.
Do it.
Hey, it's there. Do it. Put them up. That will stop their momentum.
I don't think Bogut's healthy, man. Bogut just has not played well at all. And Bogut is a big piece for them.
Yeah, he's defensive, everything. But just keep doing what you're doing. 3 things for the Thunder or the Warriors.
They have to shoot at a high percentage, especially from the 3 line. They need to limit their damn turnovers. And they need to play with pace. They need to be able to free flow, get up and down the court, quick shots. Because if they get deep into that shot clock and the defense gets locked down on you, they'll struggle.
Quick shots, but good quick shots. I mean, pass it. You need to pass it to the open guy. Let him shoot. Harrison Barnes needs to be huge. I mean, he needs to actually – you need to give him more shots than Draymond Green. All right, get him – he's a big part of your offense because then the other 2 will get going. Yeah. Once it'll open up the whole floor. Third thing. Put Bogut. Don't even play Bogut.
Just go small.
Go small. That's your best lineup. You stick what's best for you. The only problem, Oklahoma City is doing very well with their small lineup.
Yeah. Their small lineup ain't so small.
Right. It's not small. But like you said, the best thing, fast pace, keep shooting. I mean, that's all you can do.
And they need bench play. The Warriors need 25 to 30 points from their bench.
Right, and they got 23 last game, I think.
And
total.
the main reason for that, because they're, again, blown out most of the game, so it was a lot of extensive garbage time on it. Let's see.
It was pretty bad. All right. Well, so last but not least, who wins Game 5?
I'm going to stick with the Warriors. I got to stick with the Warriors. I picked the Warriors to be in the finals. Come on, Golden State. What are y'all doing? Warriors win Game 5, man. 120 to 103.
Oh, they scored that many, dude. I'm telling you, if they score 120 points, this series is over for Thunder. They will come back and win this series if they score 120 points.
I think
because that would be the offense will be going.
I feel like the energy and the electricity that's going to be generated from that building is going to give their team a punch, a kick. And they will get it going. If y'all have any thoughts, please call us here, 919-943-2044. We'd love to take a call.
Yeah, if you're chatting with us on Periscope, let us know you think the Warriors can come back from a 3-1. I'm going to say it's over. Game 5, the Thunder wins and moves on to the NBA Finals. If they're smart, they do anyway. They get this over with.
Get it over with as quick as possible.
They need to come out shooting very well and get going. Don't let the Warriors get up by 10 or 15.
And the good Russell needs to show up. The good Russell, not the Russell that's playing out of control and shooting quick and taking tough contested shots and turning the ball over.
Absolutely. So I'm going to say the Warriors will win in 5. Otherwise, if the Warriors lose, I'm going to Thunder. If the Warriors win, the Warriors will come back and win this in 7. So, anyway, that's my predictions. We'll see. We'll talk more about it Monday this week on the Rule of 3 Breakdown Edition show. Let's go into patrolling.
BSS Carolinas presents Patrolling, where we highlight the troll athletes of the week. Patrolling the websites just for you, to clown on your favorite athletes.
All right. This week's patrolling. Do you have any you said?
Evan Fournier, after Game 1's dismantling of the Toronto Raptors, he tweeted out, man, Toronto going to get smacked. 4-0, 4-1, sorry. After Toronto tied it up, he said, my bad. Toronto's playing with a lot of heart. I didn't expect this at all. For Evan Fournier just to come out and say, y'all suck. Y'all go get smashed, that's funny.
Evan Fournier said
Evan Fournier. It's like, dude, you work on your game so the Orlando Magic can try to make the playoffs.
Do you know how bad I dislike that guy?
You don't like Evan Fournier?
He is horrible. He is one of the worst players I've ever seen play basketball in the NBA.
I know he has a bad haircut and everything. I think he could play a little bit.
You think? But every time he plays in Charlotte, he lights up Charlotte for some reason.
People love playing against the Hornets.
I don't know what it is. That guy, watching him play, it reminds me of watching a guy at the Y that misses a lot of shots. Do you have any other ones?
That's all I have this week, Rock.
All right, man. I got a couple. Drake. We're staying in Toronto. Drake Instagrams photo of sad LeBron James after Raptors take Game 3. And he shares it on his Instagram. Then, Game 4, he does the same thing with Kyrie Irving. Kyle Lowry. He does the same thing. Dude.
What are you putting out on your Instagram after Game 5? Is it quiet? Is it hush mode? Did you get shut down? Your team lost by 38?
He actually roasts Kyrie Irving, gave Raptors 2 wins. But yeah, he's of course, right there courtside.
that stern look.
Yeah.
It's like,
So-
sit down, Drake. Your team has no chance. They got whitewashed at the end of the third quarter. Kevin Love, Kyrie Irving, and LeBron James, 71. The Toronto Raptors, 60.
Has Drake ever heard of not waking a force storm?
No,
Because, dude, that's all you're doing.
he hasn't. But he's having a good time with it, so he's a fan.
Well, of course he's having fun with them. All of them's at the club when they're in Toronto together and everything. So, yeah, he's loving it. All right. Well, you got anything else for NBA show today?
That's it. As always, sports is life.
And you can catch us everywhere. Stitcher, Spreaker, iTunes, and iHeartRadio, and follow us on Twitter at BSS Carolinas. Everybody on Periscope, stick around. We got another show coming up. Everybody else, we'll see you later.
Side piece.
Yeah, you can tell everybody. Go ahead and tell everybody. I'm the man, I'm the man, I'm the man. Yes, I am, yes, I am, yes, I am. I'm the man, I'm the man, I'm the man. I believe every lie that I ever told. Paid for every heart that I ever stole. I played my cards and I didn't fold. Well, it ain't